The following program is rated S for satire. We are not professionals, nor are we clinically depressed. We do, however, suffer from long bouts of indecision and stagnation. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to this week's episode of Take That Depression, the Project CC arc. I'm Kyler. That's Spencer.
Hey there.
Spencer, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing very good. It's been a nice low-key weekend, kind of a good change of pace for me, and I just got done seeing the new Obsession movie. And let me tell you, very good. Very good.
I'm really happy to hear that. What was there anything that stood out to you about the movie? Like, was writing good, cinematography?
The cinematography was just very good. I noticed, and maybe I'll notice it more in the theaters, but the music and the little like flickers and sound effects is just like something kind of different. It's not the normal like horror music, and I really appreciated that. The acting all around was very good. 2 thumbs up for sure.
Good, awesome.
How was your day?
I had a great day. I woke up a little bit early. We took the boy to the zoo here. He wanted to see some giraffes. The zoo we went to does not have giraffes. So that was fun. But we missed the rain. No, it was a really, really good time. He had fun. We had fun. Yeah, I can't complain.
It blows my mind that the idea of a unicorn is like so taboo and forbidden, but there's things like giraffes that just exist in nature, and everyone's like, that's normal.
Yeah. I guess, that makes sense. Like the flip side in my head would be the easier one to believe. It's like, oh, that one's just got like a bit of extra calcium growing out of its forehead.
Yeah.
This one's got a
We literally have narwhals, but unicorns are off the table. I don't get
crazy.
it. But...
You can't. I can't believe you believe in unicorns. That's wild.
Yeah, you get it.
Welcome in. If you were here last week, we're going to do the first step of the snowflake method, which is the one sentence. And we are going to probably run through as much of the snowflake method for Project CC as we can on here. And I would like to do as much as we can, keeping it live. So you guys can actually see what kind of goes into it. And see kind of how we do this, correct us, input where you want to. I think this is a very fun process. I started doing this 2 weeks ago with a D&D campaign that I'm kind of workshopping right now. And it's been fun so far. So I'm excited to do this on here, kind of for everybody to follow along with and see what that looks like.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have not started that for any of my projects yet, so this is going to be probably a rough start, but I'm excited to learn it, and I'm excited to do the dang thing.
Yeah. The first step, like I said, I'm pretty sure, is one sentence. We're going to try and boil down arc 1 into one sentence. That's very hard to do, and I think you have to hit like the main plot point. And I think that's the big thing is you need to remember the main plot point, and that's kind of all you're trying to hit. Because as you expand, step 2 is make the one sentence into one paragraph. And that
paragraph sounds so much easier because it's like you have all the time in the world to like tweak and do it, and it's like when you say just one sentence, you have to like convey everything you want to say.
Yeah, and it's hard because you have to kind of pick, and in picking what that one sentence covers, that tells you the most important part of the thing. And that's very fun because all the stuff that you add in the paragraph is less important than that one thing that you put in for the one sentence. But that all being said, I think this one's going to be a little bit of, hopefully, this one will be a little bit of a shorter episode because we just have to write one sentence. But I think coming together and agreeing on that one sentence and what that looks like is going to be the more difficult.
We had to do some agreeing.
Yeah, I do, because I mean, we're not writing 2 different stories here.
y'all better get some snacks because this is gonna be a while.
Yeah. I do think we try and keep it normal sentence length. I don't think we add 47 commas in there. I think that's a ground rule that we set up right now. Not a paragraph long sentence. It's just one sentence.
It's not gonna stop me. I don't know punctuation.
Exactly. Then we have our protagonist name picked out from last week, which we decided on Maxis. So we can start with that, I guess, if we want to start with them. What are they doing? What are they accomplishing? What is happening to or around our main protagonist in Arc 1?
Found him.
We're breaking out notes now.
So this is for the whole overarching arc.
Yeah,
this
the
is
entirety of Arc 1 is what we're going for, yeah. Yeah.
our hero Maximus refuses the call to adventure, but has to answer it somehow.
Yeah, but that, yes. But with actual words put into it and not just placeholder things.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I think the start would be Maxis gets freed from slavery or servitude or prison sentence. Do we agree on that?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Maxis gets freed.
I didn't know how far we go back.
Well, yeah, that's
where
all...
you start Snowflake and all that jazz.
Yeah, so
that's why it's so hard for me. Just being the one sentence, it's like, what is the whatever?
Yeah, it's the start of the story. We're covering all of Arc 1. So, yeah, it would be him getting freed from, or his prison sentence, getting bought out or not commuted.
Recruited.
Yeah, Maxis gets recruited into the combat company.
Yes,
that's again the basic, boiled down into its purest form, what happens at the start of Arc 1.
Yeah, I feel like saying anything else starting with that, I feel like is just branching out into like different things that are like happen along the way. It's not like the main thing, so
yeah,
I feel good about that.
Then if I could spell, man, I would be an unstoppable force.
God knew I'd be too powerful if I could spell. That's why he humbled me with illiteracy.
So Maxis gets recruited into the combat company, and then what?
Is that not the sentence right there?
No, that is the first bit of the sentence. That is probably the first, I don't know, 25-ish% of the first arc, because he gets recruited into the combat company, and then Maxis goes on contracts with them and learns an unsettling truth.
Yeah.
Do we like that? Because that could be the sentence right there. He is recruited into the combat company, and then through completing contracts with them, learns an unsettling truth.
In the snowflake method, does anything else not matter? Any like ambitions or reasons or anything? It's just the
Yeah, that's just strictly this first sentence. This step one is strictly the, if you could boil the story down into one sentence, what that is. Because step three is give the characters names and write one sentence about them. And then I think
okay.
step four is write one page about them, each of the main characters. So that's when we will put in his
Okay.
like the things that he wants to do and accomplish. That's when
Okay.
that will come in.
Yeah, then I'm fine with that.
Okay. So Maxis gets recruited into the combat company, and through completing contracts with them.
I do like contracts over missions.
Yeah. I think that there's some like verbiage that we need to be really particular on, and I think specifically the contracts over missions or whatever. Any other verbiage for that I think is very specific to what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll
I
need to
agree.
nail that down to like make sure that we're using that in every instance where we could say mission or job or whatever. It's all contracts.
I feel
And that's
like
gonna,
once we start like doing it and we're diving in, we're making story, I feel like that'll get easier. I feel like it's harder right now because we've had so many placeholders and things.
Yeah, we're starting to concrete the universe and its verbiage. And that's been a very fun, and B, that will clear up a lot of the kind of mess in my head of missions versus jobs versus contracts, whatever. It's all just contracts. All right, so a little bit of grammatical correcting there. The one sentence, just so we're all clear what we have, what we like, what we're gonna go with for the first step of the snowflake method. Follow along if you guys want to. If you have some story that you want to write up, follow along with us. Do this with us. It's a great kind of time. Take the time right now while we're just talking to also do your thing. Since we have as Maxis gets recruited into the combat company, and through completing contracts with them, learns an unsettling truth.
I got goosebumps.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like what that sets up. Again, this is just the first arc in our heads. I think we're shooting for 3. And this is probably the only arc that we're going to kind of do this with so we can obfuscate as much as we can. But yeah, I think that's a really, really good starting point. And I like that. It's very concise. Again, boiled down to one sentence is really hard to do. I'm surprised that we made it in less than 15 minutes.
I'm excited to see, like, listen back and see, like, just the writings or typings of our one snowflake method, like one sentence start, and then seeing how the sentence, like, grew and be like, well, that is right, and then see how it evolves around that.
Yeah, I next week, the step 2 is breaking this into a paragraph. That was very fun when I got to do it for my D&D thing, because then I could put in some of the more like bits of flair, the exciting, the things that get you intrigued. I got
When
to
you did
put
this,
those in.
sorry, go ahead.
Nope, that was it.
When you did this for your D&D campaign, was it you took your one sentence, and then when you take the paragraph, do you start off with the one sentence and then continue that, or did you like kind of do the whole thing?
No, I redid the whole thing. So I included the sentence in there, but I expanded upon it.
Okay.
I
feel like I was just jumping ahead a little bit here.
Yeah, and it's really easy to do because one sentence doesn't feel like enough. again, like I said, it forces you to pick the one thing that you're doing, and then everything that you add later on is additive filler or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it forces you to pick the one thing, maybe two things if you're a really, really good writer. But yeah, the jumping in and doing 2, 3, 4 sentences is where you want to be to allow you to do all the fun and interesting things. And this first one is not fun and interesting. It is what is the core of your story.
I'm such an oversharer in like any situation. So it's like when you're like, what's the basics? I'm like, this, and because of this is that way. And it's like, yes, but no.
Yeah. We need to pick the one thing that we're doing here. And yeah, I think I like this a lot. And great starting point, great jumping off point for the paragraph next week. Yeah, I'm very excited to see where we go from here. Again, at home, follow along, definitely do that. No reason not to. If you're trying to do any kind of creative writing, now's the time to do it. Best time to creatively write was 30 years ago. Second best time right now. But I think unless you have anything else for the people, Spencer.
Short and sweet, baby.
Yeah. Let's get you guys out of here, get you guys back to life. As we always love to say, before that though, follow us wherever you can, comment wherever you can, like us wherever you can. We'd love to hear from you. Now,
If you like the videos, let us know, because
Yeah.
I've been digging this. I feel like this makes it a little more fun, real.
Yeah.
I feel like
you get to see us, you get to see our facial expressions. I emote with my hands a lot, so I'm doing this in the podcast normally, and you guys aren't seeing all the stuff I'm doing. It makes it feel like you can really register what I'm doing better. I don't know if that transfers at all, but yeah, let us know. Anything, feel free to tell us you hate it. If you want us to go back to not faces, fair enough. I need to shave, I get it, whatever. But we'd love to hear from you regardless. Now, as we always have to say, stay safe out there.
and don't get mugged.
If you are struggling, please, please, please reach out to someone or dial 988 to get connected with someone at the National Suicide Hotline. You do not have to go it alone.